The Forbidden Bond. The night was quiet, but something strange was moving behind the boy. His name was Aaron, a simple human boy living on the edge of a colony. People said this colony was cursed because alien shadows always came here, but Aaron never believed the stories, until he felt eyes watching him. He walked home after work. The streets dark, lamps broken. Suddenly he heard soft footsteps, always a few steps behind him. When he turned, no one was there. Only the sound of the wind. His heart beat faster, but he kept walking, pretending he was not afraid. The sound followed again. This time closer, he stopped, cold air touching his neck. "Who's there?" He whispered. Silence, then a soft voice, almost broken. "Aaron." He spun around and saw her, an alien girl standing in the shadows, eyes glowing faint blue, her hair long and silver. Her skin pale like moonlight. She was thin, almost fragile, but her gaze was sharp. Aaron froze because humans were told never to trust aliens. Villagers said aliens bring curses. They steal hearts and vanish. But this girl was not holding a weapon. She was only standing behind him, trembling as if she was the one afraid. "Why are you following me?" Aaron asked. She lowered her head. "Because behind you is safe." The words confused him, but before he could ask more, she turned and disappeared into the darkness. Aaron went home, but sleep did not come. The memory of her glowing eyes haunted him. Why did she know his name? Why did she say those words? The whispers of villagers returned to his mind. Never let an alien touch you, never let them close. If you do, you will vanish too. The next evening, Aaron walked again through the broken streets, and once more footsteps followed him. He quickened his pace, heart pounding. But she was there again, always behind him, this time closer, almost at his shoulder. "Leave me alone," he said. Her voice shook. "I cannot. They will find me if I walk alone." Her eyes filled with tears, glowing brighter. "What are you running from?" Aaron asked, but she only shook her head, refusing to answer. Suddenly, lights appeared in the distance, a group of villagers holding torches, their voices harsh. "There, that boy walks with the alien," fear filled Aaron, because humans who broke rules were punished. He turned to tell her to hide, but she was already gone, like smoke vanishing in the air. The villagers surrounded Aaron, shouting, "You bring danger to us, you speak with cursed blood." Aaron tried to deny, but his eyes betrayed him. He could still see her shadow behind the houses. Watching him silent, waiting, they pushed him, warned him never to step outside at night again, and left, muttering about the council and punishment. Aaron stood alone, shaking. Then, when all was silent, the alien girl appeared again from behind. This time she touched his arm, her hand cold but gentle. "Why me?" Aaron asked, his voice breaking. She looked into his eyes. "Because you are different. You do not fear me." Her words carried pain, as if she had been chased all her life. Aaron wanted to push her away, but something in his chest stopped him. There was loneliness in her eyes, the same loneliness he carried inside. He whispered, "If they see you with me again, we will both be in danger." She smiled faintly, a sad smile. "Danger has always walked behind me, but tonight I choose to walk behind you." Before Aaron could speak, she stepped back, fading into shadows again, but her last words stayed in his heart like fire. "Behind you is safe." That night he lay awake on his bed, the walls thin, the wind whistling through broken windows. And then suddenly he felt it again, the same cold air, the same silent steps. He turned his head slowly and found her standing behind the door of his room, watching him, glowing eyes filled with tears. Aaron could not move. Fear and wonder chained him, and the girl whispered one more time, "Do not be afraid. I will never leave from behind you." Whispers in the dark the night after she appeared in his room. Aaron could not breathe easy. He sat awake, waiting for the sound of her steps. But the house was silent, only the wind moved. Still, he felt eyes on him, a shadow just behind the wall when dawn came. He told himself it was a dream. But as he opened the door, she was there, standing behind the broken fence. Watching him quietly, she did not speak, only followed when he walked, always a few steps behind. "Like a shadow that would never leave," Aaron whispered. "Why do you follow me everywhere?" Her voice came soft. "Because your path is safer than mine," he frowned. "What does that mean?" She looked away, tears in her glowing eyes. "They hunt me, they punish me, but behind you, they cannot see me." Aaron stopped, his heart heavy. "Who hunts you?" he asked. Her lips trembled, but she gave no answer. Instead, she touched the ground, drawing strange symbols in the dirt, symbols that looked like stars and broken chains. Before he could ask more, she erased them quickly. "Forget what you saw," she whispered, her voice shaking. That evening, Aaron went to the market. People were whispering, watching him with anger. "That boy is cursed," they muttered. "He walks with the alien, the council will take him too." Aaron pretended not to hear, but fear grew inside him when he returned home. Night was already deep. His door creaked open, and inside the darkness she was waiting. Not sitting, not lying down, only standing behind the doorway, her glowing eyes watching him. Unblinking, Aaron's chest tightened, fear and curiosity mixing together. "Why are you here again?" he asked, her voice broke. "Because you are the only one who does not hate me." Aaron shook his head. "You will bring death to me." But her tears fell silently, shining in the moonlight. "I will not harm you, I only want to be close. I only want to walk behind you." Suddenly, a loud knock thundered on the door. Aaron jumped, heart racing. Villagers stood outside with torches. "Open up, boy," their leader shouted. "We know the alien hides in your home," Aaron panicked. He turned to warn her, but she was gone, vanished again like smoke, leaving the room empty. He opened the door slowly, pretending nothing was wrong. The villagers searched, their eyes burning with hate. They found nothing, but before leaving, the leader grabbed Aaron by the collar and whispered, "If she is seen behind you again, both of you will hang." When they left, Aaron locked the door, shaking, but as he turned, he froze. The alien girl was there again, not in the corner this time, but right behind him, her face close, her breath cold on his neck. "You will get me killed," Aaron said. His voice breaking, she whispered, "No, I will get you saved." Aaron's hands trembled. "Saved from what?" Her glowing eyes looked deeper. "From the truth you do not yet know." Before he could ask more, she raised her hand, a small light appeared, like a star burning in her palm. Aaron's eyes widened. The light showed pictures in the air, chains, fire, a council of alien lords and humans kneeling in cages. Aaron stepped back in shock. "What is this?" he asked. Her voice was full of sorrow. "Your people are not free. Aaron, you only think you are. The council owns this colony. They watch from the dark, but you carry something they fear." Aaron's breath caught, his heart racing. "Me? Why me?" She came closer, still from behind. "Because your blood is different. You are the key to breaking their chains." The light in her palm vanished. The room fell dark again. Only her glowing eyes remained. Aaron's legs shook. "This is madness," he whispered. She reached out, touching his shoulder gently. "Madness maybe, but real, and soon they will come. You must choose, Aaron. Will you walk alone? Or will you let me walk behind you?" Before he could answer, thunder shook the sky. A strange humming echoed across the colony. Aaron ran to the window and his heart nearly stopped. Above the village, massive ships floated, their lights red like blood, scanning every street. The council had arrived. Aaron turned back, but the girl was already gone. Her last words still cold in his ear. "They will search for me. They will search for you. Remember, behind you, I am safe." The council's punishment. The red lights of the ships burned across the night sky. Villagers fell to their knees, covering their heads in fear. Aaron stood frozen, staring at the massive shadows above. The alien girl's words echoed in his mind. "They will search for me. They will search for you." A loud voice boomed from the sky, cold and commanding. "People of this colony, you are under the eye of the council. Those who break our laws will be taken. Those who touch forbidden blood will be punished." Aaron's hand shook, sweat cold on his skin. He wanted to run, but his feet felt heavy. Then, from behind, a whisper touched his ear. "Do not move, Aaron." He turned, and she was there again. The alien girl, standing just behind him, her eyes glowing stronger. "They can sense fear. Stay still," she said. Villagers screamed as soldiers descended from the ships, tall armored figures with glowing spears. They moved door to door, dragging people out. "Where is she?" they demanded. "The alien girl with silver hair. The cursed one." Aaron's heart nearly stopped. Everyone knew who they were looking for. The villagers looked at him with hate and fear. One of them shouted, "She walks behind that boy. We have seen her shadow near his home." Before Aaron could defend himself, the soldiers seized him, their grip like iron. "You are accused of sheltering a fugitive," they said, "and she will be taken to pay for her crime." From the corner of his eye, Aaron saw her. She had not run this time. She stepped forward, her chains already glowing into existence. It was as if the council could bind her from afar. Silver cuffs locked around her wrists and neck, and yet her eyes never left Aaron. "Don't fight," she whispered to him. As the soldiers dragged them both through the streets, villagers watched in silence, afraid to speak. Some looked relieved, some looked broken, but no one dared to help. They were thrown into the square, under the burning lights of the ship. A council judge appeared, a tall figure with golden mask. His voice echoed across the colony. This human has walked with cursed blood. This alien has broken the wall of separation. The punishment is exile and slavery. Aaron struggled against the soldiers. She has done nothing wrong, he shouted. The masked judge raised a hand, silencing him. Human, your words are dust. Your kind was allowed to live here only under our rule. You are property, nothing more. The alien girl fell to her knees, chains glowing brighter around her. Please, she whispered, her voice weak. Take me if you must, but leave him. The judge laughed. You think we punish one without the other? No, both will suffer, one will serve. One will watch. Aaron's chest burned with rage. He tried to reach for her, but the soldiers slammed him down. Blood filled his mouth. Pain shot through his ribs. The girl cried out. But before she could move, the judge raised a spear and burned a mark into her collar. A glowing symbol of ownership, Aaron screamed, the smell of smoke filling the air. The girl trembled, tears falling, but even then, she turned her head looking back at him, her voice cracked but strong. Do not give up, Aaron, I will return. From behind the stars, I will return. The judge ordered the soldiers. Take her to the prison ship. Take the boy to the mines. Let him learn silence. They dragged her away, her glowing eyes still locked on his. Aaron fought with all his strength, but the chains around him tightened. Darkness closed around his vision, and then in the silence of his mind he heard her whisper one last time, not with lips but inside his heart. Behind you I will always walk. Wait for me, Aaron. Do not let them break you. The prison ships roared, their engines shaking the colony. The council's punishment had begun, and for the first time in his life, Aaron realized this was not just about love. This was about a war he had never known. The rescue from behind the stars. The prison mines were a world of dust and fire. Aaron's hands bled every day, breaking rocks for the council. Guards whipped him. Villagers avoided him, but in his mind, one whisper never faded. Behind you I will always walk. Wait for me, Aaron. Every night, when the guards slept, Aaron stared at the horizon. He searched for the silver glow of her eyes. But all he saw were the burning ships of the council. Still, hope refused to die one night while carrying heavy chains. Aaron heard a sound deep under the mine tunnels. A low hum, old and broken. He followed the sound, risking punishment, and there, buried under centuries of dust, he found a human warship, ancient and forgotten. Its hull was cracked, its lights dim. But when his blood touched the console, the ship awakened, the old engines roared. The walls glowed with human symbols. A voice echoed inside the chamber. Pilot recognized. Terran blood detected. Ship will obey. Aaron fell to his knees. He remembered her words, you are the key. Your blood is different, his heart pounded. This was the way to reach her. For days he worked in secret, repairing the ship with stolen tools. Every strike of metal brought memories of her chained and crying. His anger became fire, his fear became steel. Until one night, under the cover of storm, the forgotten warship rose from the mines, dust and fire blasting the guards away. Alarms screamed, council ships turned their lights. The human boy has stolen a relic, they shouted. But Aaron did not stop. The warship answered only to him, and he flew straight into the black skies far above. In the prison ship, the alien girl sat in chains, her body weak, but her heart kept whispering his name. Guards mocked her. Your human is nothing. He breaks rocks in the dust, you will die alone in silence. But then the ship trembled. Alarms echoed through the halls. Council soldiers rushed to battle stations. Enemy detected. Unidentified warship attacking from behind. Her glowing eyes widened with tears. She knew that presence. Only he would strike from behind the enemy fleet. Only he would come for her. Aaron's warship cut through the darkness, ancient cannons firing blasts that split council ships apart. The galaxy had forgotten human weapons, but tonight they remembered. Fire rained down. Explosions shook the prison ship. Hold on. Aaron whispered to himself. His hands burned on the controls, but he would not stop. Not until she was free. He forced his ship into the prison hangar. Metal screamed as walls tore apart. Soldiers ran in panic, and in the middle of the chaos, Aaron leapt from the cockpit, chains still on his wrists, blood still on his face, but rage stronger than fear. He fought through the guards, grabbing their weapons, striking with desperate strength. Every breath was pain, but every step was closer to her. And then he found her, locked in a cell, chains glowing like fire. Her eyes lifted when she saw him, tears streaming down her pale face. Aaron, you came, she whispered. He smashed the cell door, sparks flying. pulled at her chains until his hands bled. "I told you," he said, his voice breaking. "You don't walk behind me anymore, you walk with me." Alarm screamed louder. The council's judge appeared with golden mask. His voice thundered. "Foolish human, you bring war upon yourself. You cannot win against the council." Aaron stood tall, holding her hand, his eyes burned with fire. "Then let war come," he shouted, "because I will never leave her behind." The warship's guns roared again. Blasting the walls apart, Aaron pulled her into the ship. As flames consumed the prison halls, they escaped into the stars, council fleets chasing behind. Her head rested on his shoulder, weak but smiling. "I told you," she whispered faintly. "Behind you is safe. And now we escape together." The galaxy watched in shock. A forgotten human warship had risen again. A boy and an alien girl defying the council, and for the first time in ages, fear spread through the rulers of the stars. Love that cannot be erased. The warship tore through the stars. Council fleets chased from every side. Their voices thundered across comms. "Surrender the girl, surrender the ship, or be erased from the galaxy." Aaron's hands tightened on the controls. Sweat dripped down his face. His ribs still ached from chains, but he would not stop. Behind him she sat, weak but alive, her silver hair glowing faintly under the ship's lights, her eyes tired yet burning with trust. "They will never stop," she whispered. "They will hunt us across every world." Aaron turned, his voice firm. "Then let them chase, because I will never give you back." The council's flagship moved ahead, its cannons large enough to tear moons apart. A golden mask appeared on the screen. The judge's voice filled the cockpit. "Human boy, your defiance is dust. Your warship is old, your blood is weak. Return the alien and kneel, or watch your kind erased." Aaron's jaw clenched. He remembered the mines, the chains, the screams. He remembered her glowing eyes and her whisper, "Behind you I am safe." His chest filled with fire. "We are not dust," he shouted. "We are human. And we do not kneel," the warship roared. Ancient cannons firing blasts that split through the darkness. Council ships shattered, but more kept coming. Endless waves. Every hit shook the hull. Alarms screamed. The ship was strong, but not invincible. The girl placed her hand on his shoulder, her touch soft but steady. "Let me fight too," she whispered. Aaron shook his head. "You are hurt." But her glowing eyes grew sharper. "I have carried chains all my life. Tonight I will carry freedom." She moved to the console, her alien symbols merging with human systems, and suddenly the ship's power grew stronger. The cannons burned brighter, the engines faster. Together they fought as one. Human blood and alien light. The council panicked. Their judge roared, "Impossible, one ship cannot break the council." But fear spread through their fleet because every shot from the warship carried fire of old Terran wrath, and every move struck from behind, silent, unseen, unstoppable. Still, the council's flagship was massive. It fired a beam that struck the warship. Metal screamed. Flames burst through the corridors. Aaron fell, blood on his face. She cried out, pulling him up. "Don't stop, Aaron, please." Through pain. He smiled. "I told you. I will never leave you behind." His hand found hers. Their blood touched the console together, and the ship answered with fury. A blast brighter than suns erupted, tearing through the flagship's golden mask. Splitting it apart in fire, silence fell across the stars. The council fleet hesitated, broken, and for the first time, their power trembled before a human boy and an alien girl. The warship floated, burning but alive inside. Aaron collapsed to the floor. She held him, tears running down her face. "Why would you fight the whole galaxy for me?" she whispered. He looked at her with fading strength. "Because you never walked behind me. You walked inside my heart." Her tears fell onto his face, but she smiled through them. "Then I will never leave, not behind you. Not beside you, but with you always." The stars burned bright as the council fleets retreated, their fear louder than their threats. Across the galaxy, whispers began. That a human and an alien had broken chains together. That love had risen where fear once ruled. The warship drifted into the unknown. Two souls scarred but unbroken, and in that silence her last words echoed. "Behind you is where I began, but with you is where I will stay forever, Aaron."